Good day, viewers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am one of the best educational consultants. Thank you so much for watching my video, sharing my video to everybody around you. I really appreciate. Thanks. May God bless you. In today's video, we are going to look into CRS. That's the topic we are talking about in CRS is sovereignty of God. Let's look at this topic. Sovereignty of God. This topic is very important because this topic is talking about how God started creating. It's talking about creation. That's creation. Creation. It's very important for those preparing for professional exam in Nigeria and outside of Nigeria, for WAEC and JAM students. So when we're talking about this sovereignty of God, we're talking about the how God created things. We're talking about the supremacy or the unlimited power of God over all things. The power of God is talking about a supreme. It's talking about a supreme being. God is a supreme. Do you understand? What he means by sovereignty of God means that God has power to create. Is the creator, is the controller. You understand? So when we talk about this topic, it simply means that it's talking about the supremacy, the power of God over all things. That God has power. That's what it means. God is the controller of everything, is the creator. That is what the topic is all about, sovereignty of God. When we talk about the sovereignty of God, God showed this power through creation. I get me. God showed, do you know what it means? For you to say, let there be this, and there was that. It means that you are a supreme. You understand? God said, let there be light, and there was light. Let there be human being, and there was human being. Let there be heaven, and there was heaven. That is what we mean by this sovereignty of God. The power of God in creation by spoken words. All our command, only command. God will say, let there be, there will be. That is what we mean by sovereignty of God. Sovereignty is talking about the supremacy or unlimited power of God over all things. You understand? When we talk about the sovereignty of God, we're talking about the supremacy or unlimited power of God, over all things, over all things. Now, this is talking about, when we talk about the sovereignty of God, it's talking about the supremacy, the supreme being of God, the unlimited power of God over all things. You understand? God showed this power through creation. This power was shown through creation. God exercised this power through creation. God shows this power through what? They will ask you this question in JAM. Through creation. They will ask you this question. Sovereignty simply means for you to show your power, that you have power over others. That is sovereignty, that you are supreme. Like Nigeria now is a sovereign country in government. When I will start teaching government, I will tell you why Nigeria is a sovereign country. Sovereign means that you have power to control everything without, you are not dependent on anybody. You are on your own. That is sovereignty. Nigeria is a sovereign country because they are on their own. You understand? So God has excess power over all things. That is the word sovereignty of God. The power of God, unlimited power, supremacy, supreme being You understand? So God showed this power through what? Creation. Through creation. Remember that during creation of things, everywhere was dark. Nothing was in the world. Everywhere was dark. Only the Spirit of God, only the power of God was moving everywhere. The power of God was moving, 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 moving. Every place was dark. There is no light. There is nothing. Everywhere was dark. God power was moving everywhere. You understand? During the creation, God was there. Only God was there moving around. You understand? With the power of God. So that's what we call sovereignty of God. The power of God over all things. And God showed this power through creation. You understand? And now, this creation we are talking about, we have two types of creation. Two accounts of creation. Be very careful here. They will ask you this question in JAMB. There are two accounts of creation. One we have the one we call first account. Genesis 1. You see this one in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 to down. Second account. Genesis chapter 2. 1 to down. So now, there are two accounts of creation. John will ask you this question, where we still ask you. Know the difference between the first and second account. Then know what happened in the first account and what happened in the second account. You understand? So now there are two accounts of creation. First account and second account. First account is seen in Genesis chapter 1. Second account is Genesis chapter 2. You understand? So when we talk about the sovereignty of God, what we mean is the supremacy or the unlimited power of God over all things. Do you understand? People were like, Jesus Christ. Jesus, this man is a mighty man. Only Allah command, only word. Let there be, and there was. Let there be, and there was. You understand? You just say, let there be this, and there was. Go and read the Bible. God created things with words. With words, command. With Allah command. With words. That is first account of creation. Know the difference? Where God was creating things with works. Second account is where God created Adam and Eve. He created Adam from dust with something. Do you see the difference? Here, first one, they will ask you this question in JAMB. It's a JAMB question. It is a JAMB question. JAMB will ask you this question 100%. Anything I'm teaching here is JAMB question. JAMB, WAEC, and those in the university and other places in the world. You understand? So now, they will ask you that God shows his power or supremacy through that creation. You understand? Sovereignty of God means the supremacy or unlimited power of God over all things. So now, two accounts of creations are first account and second account. First account of creation is talking about how God created things only by use of words or by Allah command without using anything to create. Then second account is how God created Adam and Eve by using things to create them. He created Adam with dust, and created Eve from the lips of Adam. Do you see the difference? The first account is where we are creating things without anything, only command. That is the difference between the first and second account. So what John will ask you, first day God created what? You will know the days and what God created in that day. You know what happened in this one and what happened in this one. I know there are differences. There are differences at the first day, the first account, God, we are creating things without using anything. It's only command. Let there be, and there was. Let there be, and there was. Let there be, and there was. Let there be firmament, and there was. Let there be light, and there was. Let there be this, and there was. Second day, God created Adam and Eve. That is second account. He created Adam and Eve. He now created Adam from dust. He created Eve from lips of Adam and tell them, now have dominion over all creation. That is to show you that man, human being, is like God. You understand? Because human being is the only created animals that has the likeness, that we are created in the likeness and image of God. That is why God told you, have dominion over all things, over all created things. It means that you have power. You understand? You have power. That is why you can create. You can also create. You can also create. God has given you power. That power, that thing is called wisdom to create. You understand? So know this and know peace. Know this and know peace. First account, God created things by Ola. God created things orally, spoken words, or by Ola command. Second account, God created Adam and Eve, created Adam from dust, created Eve from lips of Adam. That is the difference. Let's go to first account. You will see it in Genesis chapter 1. 1, chapter 1 to down. First account of creation is a creation where God created things by Ola command. It's a creation. It's a account of creation where God created things by spoken words or through spoken words. Ola command, spoken words or Ola command, etc. Nothing was used to create. It was through spoken words. Ola command. Let there be, and there was. Let there be, and there was. Let there be, and there was. That was God used. Only the words, let there be, and there was. And this first account is also told us that during that creation, everywhere was dark. Nothing was there. It's only the supreme. Two, we notice some things. One, during the creation, all the universe were dark. One, two, I also notice that the Spirit of God was moving everywhere. And other things. It is everywhere, all the universe were dark, no light. And God's Spirit were moving. The part of God were moving. The part of God was moving, going from one place to another. Part of God. It's only part of God and Spirit of God. Everywhere, every place is dark. Every place is dark. All the universe, darkness covered everywhere. Darkness covered everywhere. No place, no single light. That's what you notice in the first account. Spirit of God was moving everywhere. That creation, God used spoken words, is called first account of creation. Spoken words or Ola command is called first account of creation. What I noticed there is that all the universe were dark. Darkness covered everywhere. Darkness covered everywhere. Second, the Spirit of God was moving everywhere. The Spirit of God was moving. Let's now go to the business of first account of creation. What God created. It took God 6 days to create everything. And the 7th day God rested. You understand? So John will ask you all these things. Then we ask you, how many days did God use to create all things? 6. On the 7th day, God do what? God rested. Creation took God 6 days to create all things. At the first account, we notice that one, everywhere was dark. Everywhere was dark. Now, only the Spirit of God was moving around everywhere. The Spirit of God, the power of God. And another thing we notice is that it took God 6 days to create everything. It took God 6 days to create everything. Note that. On the 7th day, God rested. Things we notice on the first account. One, the first thing you notice is that everywhere was covered with what? Darkness. Jam will ask you this question. 2, only the Spirit of God was moving everywhere. 3, it took God 6 days for creation. It took God 6 days to create everything, to create everything, to create everything. He created. 4, God rested on the 7th day. 7th day. So these are the things we notice. The first one is that everywhere was covered with darkness. First account of creation. Then the second one is that the only Spirit of God is the Spirit of God was moving everywhere. That is that first account. It took God 6 days to create everything. 6 days to create everything he created. God rested on the 7th day. That's first account. That's what we notice. Now let's go to the main first account, what God created on each day. Know this and no peace. Know this and no peace. First, we are saying on the first account, first day, God said, let there be light. And there was light. First day. God created what? Light. And separate it from darkness. Which is other to day and night. On the first day, God said, let there be light. And there was light. He now separate the light from darkness. That is why we have day and night. Number 2, God created firmament or heaven, that is sky. Firma or heaven. They can also use sky. Okay, did it on this second day. He said, let there be firmament, and there was. Let there be. without touching anything. Let there be, and there was. That is supremacy of God in creation. The unlimited power of God. Number 3, God created land, sea, and vegetation on the 3rd day. He created land, sea, and vegetation. He said, let there be land, let there be sea, let there be vegetation, and they were. He created these 3 things on the 3rd day. Know this and know peace. They will ask you this in the exam. First day, God created what? They can even use light day and night. Second day, God created sky. They can use sky as the 2nd day in the option. 3rd day, God created land, sea, vegetation, forest, all these things. They are vegetation. 4th day, God created heavenly bodies, sun, moon, and star. 4th day, God created heavenly bodies, sun, moon, and star. Then 5th day, 5th day, God created sea animals, and birds. Then the 6th day, 6th day, God created land animal and man. So see what happened. The first day, God said, let there be light, and there was light. He now separated the light from the darkness. That is why we have day and night. The 2nd day, God said, let there be firmament, or heaven, or sky, and there was. The 3rd day, God said, let there be land, sea, vegetation, that is forest, and there was. Then on the 4th day, God said, let there be heavenly bodies, moon, star, and sun. Moon, sun, and star, or sun, moon, and star. And there was. The 5th day, God said, let there be sea animal, fish, all these things, crocodile, let there be them, sea animals, and birds. And there we are. On the 5th day, on the 6th day, God said, let there be land animals, cow, goat, all these things, and man, and there we are. That is shows the supremacy of God over all things, the unlimited power of God over all things. God have power. He has power to say, let there be, and there was. What it means that God used spoken words in first account. Know the difference. First account, spoken words to say, let there be, and there was, to create in creation. But in the 2nd account, God used dogs to create Adam. God used dogs to create Adam, and now create Eve from the lips of Adam. And I tell them, have dominion over all things I created. Name them as you want. Do anything you like in that garden. Name them. Name this one fish. Name this one this. Name this one. Give them name. That is dominion. And you can also create. That shows that man is like God, because God has given you power to create. Do you understand? So this thing is all about using your sense, your brain, initiative. Since God has given man power, after all the creation, man was almost at the last 6th day. But God looked at everything he created. He now see that man was in his own image and likeness. He now give man power over all things. He now told man, go and dominate. Go and dominate. Name them. So that's why anything you say in your word will happen. God has given you power. Power. You understand? So now, on the 7th day, God do what? Blessed. lest. This is called lesting day. God lest. These are the days of creation. First account, how God used spoken words or oral command to create things. And in that first account, everywhere was dark. Everywhere was dark. Only the Spirit of God was moving. Only the Spirit of God was moving. God used spoken words to say, let there be, and there was. Let there be, and there was. These are the accounts of creation. The only thing that God created in his own image and likeness is what? Man. You understand? So let's go to second account of creation. Second account of creation. Genesis chapter 2, verse 4 to down. See the difference between the first and second account. Now, God started creating in second account. He started creating Adam and Eve in Garden of Eden. God created Adam. See what happened? God created Adam from dust. Created Eve from lips of Adam. Now, see what happened at the second account. One, God created Adam from what? Dust. Two, God created Eve from lips of Adam. Three, God told them to have dominion over all things he created. See what happened? First account was talking about, second account was talking about Adam and Eve and Garden of Eden. But first account was talking about how God created things by spoken words. All I did, you understand? Let there be, and there was. Let there be, and there was. Then second account is talking about how God created Adam from dust. But first one is how God created things by spoken words. Second one now is how God created Adam from dust. And then create Eve from Adam's lips. After creation of both of them, he told them, have dominion over all things. You can start naming things. Name things. Give them name. Give them name. He told them, give them name. Name everything I created. You also told them, start creating. That go and multiply mean creating. Start creating. Start creating. Because God saw that man is like his own image and likeness. He now told them, start creating. Start creating. You can create. Start creating. That is where you can marry a wife and you start giving offspring. You understand? You are creating. You are creating because you are like a God. You are a God. Do you understand? You are a small God. You understand? So that's what God said, start creating. These are the things that happen in second account. First one was everywhere was dark. Remember the first one. Second one, this is what happened in the second one. So So Now let's go to Amos chapter 9, verse 5 to down. Isaiah 45, verse 9 to down. See, I want you to know one thing here. Amos and Isaiah. See what happened? After this whole thing, Amos and Isaiah was like Jesus. We haven't seen something like this before. God, Amos called God two names. Isaiah called God two names at the same time. He said, Amos said, Jesus, this man has power over a thing. One, he said, God. He called him one, Lord of hosts. Two, Lord of hosts means the king. The king. Two, he called him the controller. Of the universe. Then Isaiah called him two things. One, the maker or the creator. Or the creator. And two, the controller of the universe. Both we are like Jesus. What he called a supremacy, unlimited power over all things. This man is a supreme God. They were like, he's a supreme God. That's why Amos called him Lord of hosts and the controller of the universe. Isaiah called him the maker, the creator, and the controller of the universe. So you can see that one in Amos chapter 9, verse 5 to down. Isaiah 45, verse 9 to down. You can see the second account of creation in Genesis 2, verse 40 to down. You understand? Thanks so much, my viewers, subscribers. I really appreciate. Thanks, everyone.